Hi, everyone. This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Women, and I'm excited to be with you tonight. I know I'm always excited. Whenever I do a live event, I am totally excited and absolutely love everyone's energy. And I know everybody's going to be popping on in just a few minutes, and I'm excited. Excited. I'm trying to get. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So I've got y'all on. Lots of people are waving hi. How are y'all doing this evening? We are, tonight I am kind of continuing what I've been talking about with the winter solstice and the Grand Conjunction and all of this energy that's been coming at us for quite a while. And a lot of times what people don't understand is this energy isn't leaving anytime soon. Happy New Year, Dee. I am so excited to be with you guys. So one of the things that's really important for me is that we've been talking about for the last few weeks of kind of not only just getting ready for the Grand Conjunction and the energy that's coming in. Along with that, we are also getting ready for our 2021 year. So it's one of the things that a lot of my clients have been working on for quite a while is this new energy and getting their vision boards together. But it's been reiterated to me several times, not just today, but yesterday as well, is there's a lot of things that we tell ourselves that we really want. We want we want a new car, or we want a new love, or we want a new job, or we want this, or we want that. But in telling ourselves that, a lot of times what we don't always understand is we're also telling ourselves what we can't have. So you say, I really want a new car. And then you start thinking about it, and then you go, oh, wait, that's kind of expensive, or I really can't afford that car. So literally, the universe creator energy is kind of like, okay, I'm just about to hand it to you. And then you go, oh, I can't afford it. He goes, okay, well, I'll just hang on to it. Okay. You say, I really want a beautiful house with a gorgeous yard and a swimming pool and a big tree in the front yard, a big tree in the backyard, whatever it is. And you go, okay, I'm ready for this to come in. And then all of a sudden, hi, Myra, you like creator's about to hand it to you. And then you go, oh, I bet the taxes are high. And so you just told yourself where you are telling yourself to fail. You're telling yourself to just quit. There's no point in trying. And a lot of times these images come in not only from ourselves, but they come in, we got infected with this energy somewhere along the way. So somewhere we got infected with this, and it could be from our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our friends, our brothers and sisters, our cousins, our nieces, our nephews. It doesn't matter where. Somewhere in this energy, we got stuck. And so we tell ourselves, I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough for that. Whatever it is, we tell ourselves all the time, we're not good enough. And then we start to believe that. We go, man, I really want this new car. I really want this new car. I really want this new car. Oh my gosh, I just saw it driving down the street the other day. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so blah, whatever it is. And then we go, but I'm not worthy of it, or it's too much money, or I'm not good enough for that, or whatever it is. And people just kind of go, oh, this is just my energy. This is just the way I think about things. And it's not. It's one of those, we were never meant to be this negative on our planet. It just wasn't meant to be. What happens is we infect ourselves, like I said, from other people's energy, and then we take it on ourselves. And so we don't need them anymore. We've already told ourselves, I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough. I'm too short, too tall, too thin, too fat, my butt's too big, my hips are too wide. I'm not strong enough. I'm too weak. Whatever it is, whatever the excuse, we come up with it all the time. And we don't need them anymore because we've already got their voice going in our head. And usually by then it's got our voice along with it. And we're just going, wait a minute. We were never meant to be this negative. And so it's one of those, that's what we've got to start taking out of this energy, is this negativity. I want you to take this negativity out. Anytime you tell yourself, you're not worthy of this, you're not good enough, you're too, whatever it is, too, whatever that is, you're lying to yourself. What you've done is you have taken that person's energy and you have decided to make it your own. You've decided that I don't need their voice anymore, clacking in my head going, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not whatever it is, you need a college degree for this, you need a whatever. We don't need them anymore. It's already stuck in our head. So we never get ourselves ahead. We never get ourselves what we want. And this goes with our love life too. It's one of those, when this happens, we go, no one's going to fall in love with me because I'm this. No one's going to fall in love with me because I'm that. I'm too short, too thin, too fat, too whatever it is. I'm not going to find the right girl. I'm not going to find the right guy. I'm not going to find the perfect mate for me, or whatever it is. We have already told ourselves before we even left the house or got out of our pajamas, we're not good enough. So why are we even trying? But our insides keep telling us this is what we want. So that's the difference. That's what we're talking about today, is removing that negative side, pulling it out, and let's put in something more positive. Now, I will tell you, I will allow my clients to go negative, and only for a period of time. So if something bad happens, the dealership sells your favorite car and you're like, oh my gosh, I'll never find another one of those, whatever it is, in that color that I just absolutely love. What will happen is you'll tell yourself, well, see, I didn't deserve it. They sold my car. Well, how do you know that one was yours? Maybe Creator's Energy was had another one, a better one in mind for you. Maybe bigger tires or smaller tires or a better front seat, whatever it is. Just allow that to happen. So what I want you to do is allow yourself to go negative for a period of time. So if something bad happens, you lose your job, your boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with you, allow yourself to go negative for a period of time. Because when you do, actually what you're doing is teaching yourself where your issues are, where your triggers are that are keeping you from what you really, 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 really want. Okay. So if I were to say, I really want this type of vehicle, and then I go, it's kind of expensive and I really can't afford that, and I really can't do this, or whatever it is. When I do that, what I'm doing is I'm allowing that whatever image, that idea to take over. And so that's what I need to start switching around. That's the ideas that I need to start getting rid of. Those are the ideas that I need to upgrade and change and go positive. But once I know exactly what the negative words are, I know exactly how to fix it. I will tell you that people can go negative in a heartbeat. If I say, I'm going to order you a hamburger. What kind of hamburger would you like? You'd be like, I want a burger with a da 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 da, and I don't want this, and I don't want this, and I don't want this, and I don't want this. Well, no, I know exactly what you do want because you've already told me what you don't want. Same thing when you go, I want a new love in my life, and I want them to be blah, 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 blah. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Those are where those triggers are. And that's what I need to pull out and change into the positive. Well, I really want a great person, but I know if I get the person I really deserve, I'm going to feel like I'm inadequate. Okay. Those are the words we need to change. We need to start upgrading those words. So once you've gone to the kind of the dark side for a little bit, then we're going to flip this over to the positive side and kind of what is coming in at us. What do we want to fix or change? So everybody has a different way of doing this. I usually do this with vision boards. And I tell people you can have a vision board as small as a business card. My business card, it really is a vision board. I can see it. It's got my name. It's got my information. It's got my little logo on there. It's got all of these great little things on there. So this right by itself is a vision board. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it, on the refrigerator, in front of the toilet, wherever your bathroom is. One of my other little ones, I found this not too long ago. It's like a little Yoda, which is so cute. It says, do or do not, there is no try. So that's a great affirmation statement, right? Because if I'm saying I'm trying something, I'm really, really not usually. Up on the board it goes. Okay, so one of the things is when I do my affirmation statements, and I have many many affirmation statements and many vision boards types that I use. One of the ones that I use quite often is I have a desk calendar on my desk. And so when I do this, this is just something that I bought at Michael's. And I've had this one for quite a while. I have a couple of others, but it's one of those, it's got all kinds of affirmation statements and stickers that I can put on there. I actually don't put any other information on there. I'm trying to find some good stickers here. Sometimes they have some funky ones in there too. And it's one of those. Anybody have any comments, any questions? So this one says, do it like a boss. This says, hustle hard, girl. This one says, think, dream, plan. So these are just some really great vision board stickers that you can put on wherever you put your vision board, on anything that you're doing. Let's see. This one is just a motivational one, and I really like this one. It's got dream big, be bold, all of these affirmation statements on there. So it's one of those amping up your own energy and letting yourself know. And when you see it, I want you to, like when you go past your vision board, I want you to go, yes, and I can have all of this. Because if you go, no, I can't do any of this, I cannot get there, it doesn't work, it doesn't, whatever it is, it doesn't work for you. It really doesn't help you at all to get where you really want to be in what's going on. You really are stifling yourself in kind of like, what do you really want, and what do you really want to bring into you? So this is something that's really important for you guys. One of the fun things that I love shopping for at Valentine's Day are little heart stickers. I think I found these at like Easter time. So those are kind of cool. And so there's some like different colored ones that are coming in, all different colors. And then, of course, our lovely reds. These are sparkly. If you can't tell, they're sparkly. Once in a while, I like a little sparkle. This is like a white sparkly. So this kind of just draws your attention to those pictures. This is just one that says love. I know I didn't poke out the little center white, the little center red. So this is just love. So you can put that on just as on an index card or something like that. Put a picture of you and put it next to there. These are just some little purple hearts. Love that. So this is one of my personal affirmation statements that I have redone. So I could just stick some stickers on there. Does that make sense? Like I can just put this on there and add that to my affirmation boards. It's one of those little bitty things are the things that are going to get you motivated to do the big things. Things that normally would stop you. Do an affirmation statement to kind of counteract that energy. I love doing affirmation statements. One of my other tricks that I often tell people to do is you can go get an inexpensive frame, a nice frame. You can put it different places in your house, like on your kitchen counter, on your bathroom counter, the kids' counter, those were things, and just frame a plain piece of paper. And you can go in there with a dry erase marker and you can write an affirmation statement, something that you can change every day, something that can motivate not only yourself, but you could motivate your kids. You could have them do something that's going to get your energy moving forward, something that's going to get you to go where you want to go. Anything that does that is positive. The other thing is, I know I'm really short, and y'all know I'm short. It's one of those. So for me, I have a lot of blank space at the top of my mirror. That's a great place to put an affirmation statement. That is a great place to put, oh my gosh, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to be. And you can add so much energy to your day of just going, gift a smile away and you'll get one back. Oh my gosh, just even that makes you feel like you're going to have a great day. It's one of those, it makes it really positive. It makes it really affirming for you and your energy to go positive. But I guarantee you, one of the things that you usually have to do at that point is you have to go negative first to kind of know where the energy is, where is the energy going to be pulling you, and what is your thinking? Where is your thinking off? And once you get that in kind of like in your thinking of like, oh, this is where I'm off. This is what I'm doing wrong. This is where I'm not dealing with things the right way. that's going to help. That is definitely going to help. So if y'all have any questions about this, y'all can jump in and ask any questions. If y'all are really, really wanting to, we can do a meditation tonight to kind of clear this out. This is something that people deal with constantly. I deal with this all the time. Like I said, I was dealing with a potential new client today, and she was just like, well, this other psychic she had gone to go see had told her this guy is going to call and he's going to be the next big love of her life. And she was just like, he didn't show up. Well, people still have free will, but it's one of those. And she was like, no, I'm totally positive. And I was like, I could tell. There's still a little negative in there. There's still a little something thinking that you're not good enough, or he's feeling like he's not good enough. Wherever that is, make sure that you're calling that out so you can start changing and upgrading those words. So one of the other things is I have on my website a page that just says upgrading words. And so that's a really good one, a very positive one. I have one on vision boards, and I think I have a couple of pictures on there. If not, I will put my pictures that I finished doing for my 2021 vision board. I will put that up there. If you have any questions or comments or anything else that I can help you with, if not, I'm going to pull a couple of angel cards. So the first one I'm pulling is basically from our guardian angel, and they're telling me like, this is really, really positive. These are steps that they have given me, not things that I came up with on my own. These are steps that the guardian angels have come up with on their own, and they tell me these really, really work. Okay, they have worked with thousands of people. So getting the affirmation statements correctly and writing them down, it really does help. It also takes time to retreat, to take a step back and take time for yourself. And what is, as you do your vision boards, sometimes it does take a little bit of time to do it. So take some retreat time, take a little time away so that you can find what you're really looking for. Does that make sense? Let's see. I'm reading someone's comment real quick. Okay, so Megan is saying, I've been focusing on what and who I want. But I always say I want upgrades in these areas. This wasn't working and needs to be better. FYI, comments are requiring okay, well, let me go see if I can fix that. That is not, let's see if I can fix that really quick. See if that helps. See if that one helps. Okay. I changed it, Megan. So one of the things is yes, when you say something like, I want this car or something better, when you say that, that energy changes. And be careful if you're saying, I want boy X, whatever that is, or girl Y, or whatever it is, and you're saying that, make sure that you are not saying on that part, you wouldn't say, I want something better. If that's the person you want back in your life or do want in your life, you wouldn't say this or better. What you would say is, hi, Sharon. What you would say is, I want this person in my life. And you could, like, if you don't know who that person is, what you could do is you could also just open up that energy to say, I want someone, and you want to be very, 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 very clear. And do not use, hey, when people use words like nice, because nice to me and nice to Sharon or Megan may be completely different nices. Someone who is kind, maybe I think of something kind as something different, but Myra thinks about it differently. Does it make sense? So like, what does kind mean to you? Explain it to me. Does that make sense? Like if I sent you to the grocery store to find a loaf of bread for me, and you like, oh, that's plenty of information. I can go to the grocery store and I can get what I require. So that's great. But when you get to the grocery store aisle, you're like, ooh, wait, hold on. I didn't ask near as many questions or get as clear as I could have gotten from Ruth to be able to do this errand. Because there's white bread and there's dark bread and there's crusty bread and there's non-crusty bread and there's this kind of bread and there's all that kind of stuff. So what you've got to understand is this is a really, really positive thing to start really getting very clear on what type of person or what do you want to draw into you at this time. So if it's a job, what kind of job do you want? Or do you want a job? Really think about that. Do you want a job or do you want a career? That's completely different. A job is usually something where you get paid and by the hour and that sort of thing, where a career is something more that you would get paid an annual salary, have insurance benefits and all of those things. So really get clear about what you're trying to draw into you. So that's a really important idea to get into your head. So the next one is new love. Okay. New love comes into every area of this, not just a new person to love. It's not just that. It's not just a new person to love. What it's talking about is if you love something, it's going to be drawn to you faster. When you love something, when you have passion behind what you really want in your life, it's going to draw it to you faster. So if you love something, if you go, oh my gosh, I love a dog that looks like this, that's going to draw it to you faster. If you say, I love when people are very nice and kind and polite to me, you're going to draw that energy to you faster. The faster you do. But if you go, oh, only certain people are kind to me, now you're opening the door for someone to not be kind to you. Does that make sense? You can, Megan, you can say that. You can say that with that, that these upgrades maybe while y'all are apart or separated, that these are the upgrades that he's going through, that he is more emotionally stable and open to growth and opening his eyes to different areas. It's one of those, a lot of people think it's really funny, but my husband and I, not my husband doesn't know what I do, but he doesn't know how I do things or how I connect to energy on the other side. So I always think that's just kind of an interesting phenomenon that people will tell me. It's like, this is interesting. What, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and I was like, but the thing is though, I normally don't know what he does either. I mean, my husband's a computer geek and I don't understand any of it. But there's a lot of things that I want you to understand, that this is really important to get really, really clear about what you want to draw into your life. I want you to be very clear about what you draw to you. Okay. Let's go on. And the more you love something, the more it's going to draw that energy to you. Okay. So the next card that I pulled is all about music. Music is really important because it can bring in a balance into our system. We are all musical people. Now, I will tell you, I'm the first to tell you, I am not a very, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't sing very well. I don't hum very well. Any of those things, I can't hardly carry a note. And it just, one of those, it's just kind of makes it a little bit weird. But we are all musical. There are music, frequencies that can bring healing and bring new understanding and new information to us. That is just the amazing part of this. So anytime that you can listen to music, no matter what it is, bring it to you. Bring that energy to you as quickly as possible. Music is something that can raise our vibrations very, very quickly and bring us to a new understanding, something that we had never understood before, something that we may not understand again. It's one of those, that's the cool part about music. And anything that gets you going. I have a couple of folders of music that I have, and some of them are just like, no matter what, how bad I felt or how down I felt or how depressed I felt, this music is going to make me feel like I want to get up and dance. That's the good part. Music can do so many things for us and amplify our energy into a new realm for ourselves and bring us to a new understanding of like what we want to draw in. Freedom is our next one. You are free to choose. We, each of us, have our own free will. Okay. I have free will and you have free will. So the best part of that is that since we both have free will and we both can pick and choose what we really, really want, one of the things that's really cool about this is setting this up for ourselves, setting ourselves up for what we want to draw into us, and knowing that that other person has the free will to say, nope, I don't want to be with you, or yes, I do. That is totally up to that other person. That's not our choice. We can invite them in and we can bring this energy to us and invite that energy to be with us as much as possible. But it's our free will to ask, and it's their free will to say no or yes or however they do. And that's their free will. And sometimes people will say yes for a while and then they'll end up going, no, I don't want that. Or they'll say no for a while and then all of a sudden they start going, oh yeah, that's where I want to be in my life. So make sure that you are allowing this energy to come in at you. This last cold front is really messing with my eyes. I have more eye allergies than anything else, so I apologize for poking my fingernail in there. This is my next one, harmony. If you are in harmony for what you're asking, you're going to bring it into you easier. So part of this is kind of what we were talking about earlier of like, what are your inner affirmations? So if you're saying, I love when I draw in this kind of energy to me, or that person's too out of my reach or above where I should be, or too good for me or whatever else. You're not in balance. You're not in harmony with what you're asking for. So that's what you really need to be in balance for. You've got to be in balance for what you're asking for and love it. It's one of those, I love when people treat me well. I love when people bring me to a new state of awareness. I love when people teach me about their lives or whatever it is. Like, that's a really good part to bring in. Hello, Miss Cindy Jo. So this is a really good part for us to bring in. The next thing is healing. When you are bringing healing in, put pictures of yourself on your vision boards or your affirmation statements of when you felt really healed, when you felt like everything worked. Don't put a picture of there when you're going, oh yeah, my knees really hurt that day. No, you want to put affirmation statements on there of healing, of I love when my body is healed. I love when my body goes back to its preset settings, factory settings. That brings it really, really amazingly healing energy to you. And think about those things. I know I was talking to someone today and they said, yeah, as I get older, I start understanding some of the things that other people were telling me about when I was younger, like, oh, their knees hurt or whatever else. But I was like, then all you're doing is you are resonating with that energy. Your harmonic flow is now going to what you don't want. You don't want your knees to hurt. And now, but you've reconnected to that energy. So that's the kind of the bad part of this. I've got two of these coming up at the same time. So let's do these at the same time. Okay. So these two came through at the same time. One of them is study and the other one is focus. So it's one of those, focus on one thing at a time and really study what you really want in your life. That's the really cool part of this, is study what you really are choosing to bring into your life in this. This is the really cool part. What I'm saying, where you put your focus is what's going to grow. And that can be affirmation statements, wherever you put, wrong card, whatever you focus on, whatever you send your love to, whatever you put that energy on, your harmony, your music into, that's what's going to grow. That's going to be your focus. But also study it as it grows. Study what you want. Is it really giving you everything that you require in your life? If not, then you can change your affirmation statements, or you can make modifications to them to bring in what you really, really desire in your life. This is the really cool part. We're kind of getting to the 30-minute mark. So unless y'all have some questions, it's one of those. This is the cool part about bringing this in. Actually, tomorrow, in a few hours, starts 2021, and we've got some amazing energy coming in at us. And I know a lot of people have had a really hard or very harsh 2020, and I understand that that's not been the best energy for a lot of us. I will tell you that I have grown a lot this year, and I'm thankful for the growth. Maybe not thankful always of how it came into us, but I'm thankful that we've grown and learned. And this is a great energy to continue to grow and love in. This is something that this energy of our planet, this grand conjunction, is going to be on our planet for the next 20 years. We are going to have to learn how to work through this. It's just part of how we do things. This whole age of Aquarius and this energy is something that we really have to learn to work through and not fight against, and kind of bringing that into a new harmonic realm for ourselves of what do we want to really bring in there. And the last card I'm pulling for tonight is all about new beginnings. Literally in a few hours, we are starting brand new again. Okay, this is a brand new year. We've not made mistakes. We've not done anything wrong. We're kind of like new little babies in this energy. And this is a really good time. Really, you have from January 1st to about January 20th this year, to before this planet starts going back into retrograde and that sort of thing, to make some really good plans for yourself. What are you choosing to draw into you? What are you choosing to bring to you? What are you choosing to bring into your energy field? What is it that you want to do? So you have from, today, or if you've been doing all of these series, all of the series are below, except for on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. They're at the very, very bottom. All of the other 12 lessons, you can work on them as slow or as quickly as you like. So that's a really good way to do it. I have a lot of people that are listening to those and following along, and usually they're a couple of days behind where I'm at. So this is a really good time to know that you're starting 2021 off on the right foot. You have basically 20 days to get your vision boards, to get your affirmation statements, to get all of that up, and wherever you're going to put it in your house, in your home, this is a really good statement. For each and every one of us. This is an amazing time to kind of start our lives kind of anew and fresh and ready to go. This is going to be amazing. If y'all have any questions, there is a lot of changes coming, not only to myself, but also to my business. We are, my team and I, mainly me and them kind of just going, yes, we're going to support you in this. We are changing some different things in our business that haven't been working for ourselves. It looks like right now we are not going to go back to Thursday Night Live where you get to free ask questions. We may add that in over time, from time to time, and just kind of had that once in a while, and I'll post all of that. It's also getting very daunting to be on 3 different platforms at the same time. I enjoy it, but it can be a little overwhelming. But we are going to start doing more kind of energy readings for everybody and not just individual readings. That is kind of the cool part of doing all of this is I want something that's going to just answer more than one question at a time. When I answer one question at a time, it's great for that one person, but it's one of those, it's not answering anything for anybody else. And that can be overwhelming or really daunting if like, I really want to answer questions for everybody. If I could stay on for hours at a time, that would be great, but it's too tiring for me. So we are changing, and we are going to start doing different types of angel card readings for the energy that's coming in. I'll be talking about some planetary alignments along the way. Not necessarily, I'm not an astrology, and I'm not going to even claim that I am. I am going to get this information and pass it on to you, and then explain the energy part of it. That's where I come in. I come in to explain the energy and how does the energy affect us, and how does it work with each and every one of us at different times. So I thank y'all so much for joining me, and I wish y'all a very happy new year and a happy 2021. I will be going live again this coming Thursday, which is January 7th. So I'll be live January 7th. And then I've got my newsletter that will be emailing out tomorrow morning, usually around 11. I am very, very excited about that. If you haven't signed up, please do so. The links are down beneath on Facebook and YouTube. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing 2021, and I will see you soon.